Hello guys, and welcome in another tutorial of how to make a horror game tutorial series. And today we'll be creating battery pickups for our flashlight. So yeah, don't waste any time and just get right into it. Let's open up Unity, and this is our current scene now. But I created a battery Raycast pickup script, and I wanted to show it to you now how it will look at the end. So this is our flashlight, and as you can see, you can open and close it, and if you open it up and go to battery, you can pick it up and the battery destroys itself and you have more power. You can also duplicate the battery. You don't need to apply anything, you just duplicate it and you can pick up multiple batteries. Let me just show you. As you can see, we picked up one and now we picked up another one, and as you can see, it's working. So let me just clear the scene so we can you can start creating your own battery pickup script. And I'm back. I've cleared the scene so we can start, but first we have to fix a thing I did wrong in past tutorial. Go to your spotlight, and as you remember, we set its intensity to 5 because of the light script. As you know, the bar length is 1 and the maximum intensity is equal to 8. We'll change the intensity to 8 so we can easily add and take the intensity off, and don't even change the bar length and have issues then. So we'll just change it to 8, okay? And we'll change the light step to 0.08 also, and you just then add zeros and it's all fine. I know it's a bit awkward script, but I didn't have time to make any more complicated. Okay, so now let's get into the script that picks up the batteries and adds power to our flashlight. So I named it battery, and here it is, our battery script. Add it to the inspector of the spotlight. This is because we'll be using Raycasting, and we'll be using Raycasting off of x-axis, and you could add it to Linterna, but then we should go with the z-axis, but we'll use spotlights, it's just fine. So I'll open up the battery script now just to quickly explain it to you. So as you can see, it's pretty similar to the light script, but I'll still explain it. The charge is how much we'll add to our flashlight, not decrease, just the opposite. And public variable is just with this second line we're defining that we'll be using the UI image component from the UI, and we'll be using also the fill amount from the UI, and using float with what we can use it not only with full numbers but with numbers like this also. Variable fuel is how much we'll add to our to our bar length, and variable far light is our flashlight spotlight. It's our spotlight object. So in the function update variable, we are declaring a new variable up, which is we are declaring a new variable, and this variable will actually be our array, which will be Raycasted from vector 3, which is our x-axis. I think vector 2 is our y-axis and z is a vector 1. I think so. And variable heat is Raycast heat, so we'll be using Raycast heat. That means this is very useful because it's like a laser that can go through walls, and we can use it for enemies and stuff like that. Debug draw ray. We are in this line. We're drawing a ray, which is up, variable up multiplied by 5, and we're transforming its position, which is our vector, which is on the x-axis, and it's colored red. We could use green here or blue, anything we want, and its length is 5. You can change that number if you want. So we are again checking if we draw the array over here. We're checking this line over here, and in the line 14, if this ray hits a solid game object, as you can see, it checks if it's a collider, and if this object is like a battery with a capital, it calls the function over here. And this is, as you can see, the same as it was in the light script. It gets the component light, and it adds the intensity. It adds the charge value to the intensity. So and it also adds fuel to bar fill amount, and it destroys the object that was tagged with this ray, so the battery object, the object tagged battery. So yeah, I hope you kind of understand this, but I'm not very comfortable with explaining this stuff to you. I'll just close this up and we'll set up the script. Okay, so the charge is the battery intensity, and that will change to 8 because we want to add 8 to it, otherwise it will be very weird. And the fuel will change to 1. It will add, of course, the full length of the bar to it. And the image is our image over here, which is the same as on the light script. Add the image, and firelight is same as the spotlight over here. Just add it. And if we play this now, as you can see, there is no battery. If you go to scene, and as you can see, we draw red ray from our flashlight object, and this will be using to spot our batteries and destroy it and add more power to our spotlight. Okay, so now let's create our battery object. I'll just add a object. You can create a cube or anything. Just go to game object, 3D object, any kind of solid object over here, but I'll just add my battery object, which is over here. If you have one, you can add it. I'll be including this as a download if you want, but it's very simple to make. I made it in Blender, just a simple UV mapping skill, just a basic UV mapping skills and modeling skills here, nothing fancy. I'll just add it here, place it over here maybe, resize it a bit, put cylinder and add a component. I'll add a box collider so it's a bit bigger, and we have to tag it battery, as you remember. Add a tag plus tag and battery with capital 2 T's. Don't forget that. Now we have our battery, and we can add a hello now if you want to, just to make it look a bit better. Okay, that's our battery. You can add even a light over here if you want. Okay, so that's it. Now it should work. We just made a few beauty repairs over here, so it looks a bit better. Oh yeah, I forgot to tag it. Battery. Tag it battery, remember that. And now, as we walk to it, if when our ray detects our battery, it destroys it and it adds some power to our flashlight. And now we have battery pickups, we have flashlight. All we need now is an enemy and a few other things to make this horror game a real game. Okay, hope you enjoyed, guys. Leave a like, subscribe and share. Bye.